So we were working on the result application and we are going to continue the same. So let's see what we have built till now and then we will do the next things. So this is what we have developed till now. This check result is not working. Login is as admin is working and it will ask for email and password. And admin can do these kind of operation. Your admin can add a student, edit a student, delete, add a teacher, edit a teacher or delete a teacher. All these controllers are not working. We just created the form. And even this form design is looking a bit weird. Uh, no problem. Now here we have admin based teacher controller, that admin will control the teachers. And this is the file where you have the form. This one. Okay. So at first we should create a controller which will be adding a teacher. A teacher is having name, ID and password. We'll go this public string add teacher method and it is returning the, as of now, success page only we will return. Let's understand the form now. This is a form for adding a teacher which will perform the action that is add as tu. Means whenever you are hitting the submit button, it will call this particular endpoint. So here we should keep at the rate of post mapping to this URL like this. Add teacher. Who is saying this add teacher? Ravi. This add teacher is a ID of div. Check the form action which is or which action will be executed by form on submit. First, you should observe the things properly. So here action is add stu, and the same action is being performed for the student also here. Now it will be a redundancy in the application that there are two forms. It will work fine, there is no problem, but whatever action is performed by the form, that has to be called. And if we are writing the same mapping for student as well, there will be a redundancy and it can produce a database inconsistency, that half data can go into the teacher's table, half will be called from another. So we should convert this action with respect to their uniqueness. For adding the teacher, we should write the same action. For editing the teacher, same, like they should be unique. But remember, whatever action is performed by the form has to be called in the mapping. Either it is get, post, put, delete, doesn't matter. So we will change this. The same thing we have to change here as well. IDs doesn't matter. If form is having some ID, that also doesn't matter. What matters is the action. A teacher is having three parameters: name, ID, and password, that we will request here. So at the rate of request param name is string name. Second parameter we are getting ID. So same thing, request param ID, and here string ID. Third parameter that teacher is having, that is password. That is password. So here we are requesting. Now we should check if we are having the repository for teacher. So yes, we are having a teacher's repo. We will auto wire the object. Okay. Now we will prepare one teacher here. You can do it directly or you can auto wire it. Okay. T dot set ID to ID. T dot set name to name. T dot set password to password. And these variables are the variables that is being passed as the argument. Now we will just do tr dot save t. Tr dot save t. The teacher repository is saving the teacher. At first only we will create all the things. So there will be another method, public string edit teacher. And here also we are returning the same string success page. And it will be having the post mapping of slash edit teacher. Here we have provided the name, ID and password. Your form should also have the same thing. Name as name, input name as ID, and here input name as password. They should have the same thing. This one is for add teacher. Same way we will have the add teacher as well. Add teacher. Name as name. Input box will have name as ID and this one name as password. So almost same thing we will do here also. Accepting these three things, preparing the employee and just one more we have is for deleting the teacher. And we can only delete a teacher by its ID. Okay. Go to this page and form action will be delete teacher. This input box will have a name as ID. And we will do here tr dot delete by ID. So we have created all the methods now. Let's restart our app. Now we will add one teacher. So we have to provide three different things: name, ID, and password. And we are coming to the switch. Here, a student is coming, you can update it as we are referring to the same page. Now we should check this data in the database. So here we got the first teacher. Okay. Now what if we want to update it? Let's try. On editing, we have to provide the name. This is the ID. ID I will keep as same. Password I will update. Submit. We'll check again. And password is updated successfully. We'll try to delete as well. Deleted. So very easily we are able to do all the CRUD operation from front end. Let me give it a quick design to this page. So all the label tag is going to have So this is how we will get our form now. Wait, we'll just change the submit button. So this is how we will get our form now. Okay. Now all these things are kind of done. Let's try to add first teacher. So here we are adding the first teacher. We'll get the same thing in our database as well. Now we should write the controller for teacher, that login as teacher, which is not available right now. This login as teacher is not available. And this is in the index page. You can see that here we are currently on the index page. So let's go back to index page now. And here we have login as a teacher. Currently it is written as a button. So what I will do, I'll just keep it inside a anchor tag so that we are able to write href to it. And to this anchor tag, I will write one href that whenever this button is getting clicked, it will call teacher login controller. It will call the teacher login controller, or basically it will be a page, teacher login controller. Same thing we were doing here as well, right? Checking the mapping and just returning the page. Same way, here we will have one teacher login controller class. This is our teacher login controller class. It is a controller. And it will be returning. At first, it will be accepting the request that is coming from the source teacher login. Copy and just paste it there. So whenever teacher wants to log in, it will return one page, that is teacher hyphen login. Now we should create this page, teacher hyphen login. So go back and in the templates, we will create that page, that is teacher hyphen login.html. Now our HTML pages are working as dynamic pages. The reason is Thymeleaf is active in the backend. Thymeleaf is working. Now this is the teacher login page. You can just add a very basic code here. Inside this, I will create a form. Again, form will have two things, action equals to something and method equals to something. Method will be post only, as you have to log in with the name or password or ID or password. Anything you can use. So we should create a login form, that is label, and label is for teacher ID. It will have its corresponding input box, type as text. The name of this input box will be ID. Then password. The name of this input box is password box. That's it. And this particular form will perform a action, that is validate teacher. Whatever email or password IDs, whatever are written by the teacher, you will validate that. We can give a quick style here. And here at last you can create a button as well. Button edge login, and to the button you can give type edge submit. So this is our very basic login form, which will be written by the template. Let's check it. We'll start the application. We are getting this particular login page. Teacher ID you can keep and password, and you can log in. Currently there is nothing here, right? If you want, you can give some sort of designing to the button as well. So we have to perform a operation. So keep a anchor tag. And inside anchor tag, we will keep our button. Now here it will perform one action, that is validate teacher. What it will do? It will perform one action, that is validate teacher. Now in the controller, that is the teacher login controller, we will create one method, that is public string validate teacher, and it is accepting the post mapping because data will be coming here. Post mapping of validate teacher, and here we will return something, that will be the welcome teacher page. That will be the welcome teacher page. So inside the template we will create that file, that is welcome teacher dot html, like this. Okay, nothing, just one heading we will show here, that is welcome teacher. Now in the teacher login controller, you are asking two different parameters. So writing the request param, and those two parameters are id and password. Same thing I will write here as well. So string id password and string password. Now teacher is a class and we have teacher repository as well. I will auto wire the same object here. Okay. Now you have ID and password. How can we check that if we have some user or not? So you can create a custom method for it. So in the teacher repo, we'll go there and we will say that find by ID and password. Remember that here we can create methods like this, find by ID and password, right? And this method will take two things, string ID and string password. What will be the return type of this method? List of teacher. So like this, we have created one method, find by ID and password. So let's remember or forgot that we can create methods like this using and or these kind of mnemonics. So in the teacher login controller, we will call the same thing, that teacher repository dot find by ID and password, providing ID and password here. It will return a list of teachers. What it will do? It will return a list of teachers. So you can do like this, that list of teacher list. How you will get to know that if there is any teacher available? How we can check? List dot has next or next, right? Same thing we will do here. So I will write one if here, if list dot has, but here it is showing hash code. Go back and type next. That is also not available. This list of teachers here, writing those kind of things is not getting possible. how did we validate last time? I gave so many questions that I will ask in Spring MVC, that I will ask in Spring MV. So first question is coming now. I want to check whether this user is available in the database or not. How I will get to know? Yes. How can we check it that this list dot contains? Okay, let me show you one project. Which project we did before it? Mm-mm-mm. Spring Boot JDBC. We don't need to check the okay, last time we were printing the employees only. Okay. There is one project in which we were doing it. I forgot now. Which one was there? Yes. How can we check? Because you need that exact user. So let's first check how you are getting the data. So by accepting the user inside a list, here I will return any random thing. Let's say success page I will return. And before that, we will print this teacher, which is available inside the list. Let's restart the application. In database, we know that we have one teacher with ID Shivam and password 126. Now, same thing we are going to use to log in as a teacher. So here we'll keep the ID and password we will keep and login. And here we are getting the success page. And here we are getting the teacher. Now, very basic thing you can do here, you can check the size of list. Here, what you can do is you can check the size of list. Very basic. So here, how we can check the size of a list, that is an array list. How can we check the size of list? Length, then this is very common thing. So here, if you know that there is one size method which returns a int value, so you can accept that int t equals to list dot size. Now we know that there will be only one employee. So here you can check that if t is equals to 1, if t is equals to 1, then only you return the page. Which page? Welcome hyphen teacher. Return this page. We have one error page as well. So result templates not found.h. In the if part, we are returning the welcome teacher. In the else part, we will return not found page. Very simple. Now, if teacher is available, return the welcome teacher. If teacher is not available, don't return the teacher. So it's a simple thing, right? Okay. Now let's restart. And at first we will type exact details, and we got the welcome teacher page. We'll go back and type some wrong thing, and here we got login credential doesn't match. Very simple, we are working. Now let's say here I have logged in as the admin, and I have added one more teacher. So here we have added one more teacher. Now I will log in with the second teacher's detail. For both the teachers, I am getting welcome teacher message. We should get separate message, right? That welcome teacher's name, then teacher's name. So how we were doing it there? We were using JSP and all those things. How we will use these things here? So Timeleaf works here. Let's go back to the welcome teacher controller here. You will get this particular part, right? Where you are sending the welcome teacher page. Here only you can create something. At first, to this method, I will say that you are having the object of model as well. Model, model. This is the UI model of Thymeleaf. Let me show you UI model of Thymeleaf. This one. UI model means how you will access the data from templates you have there. So it gives you something as attributes. You will just do add attribute. So let's say you have a string message method, in that you are having the object of model. You just have to do this thing, model dot add attribute. You have to write the variable name, and then you have to provide the value. That's it. If you are using model and view, then you have to do add objects. Like this you can do. But how we will be using these values? So go back to Eclipse. Here I will say model dot add attribute. Add attribute. First is the teacher's name. So here I will say teacher hyphen name. This is the variable name that you have to use inside your welcome teacher page. What is the value of teacher's name? So I need the teacher name, which is stored inside this list. How I can get that teacher's name? T dot get list dot get name. Answer is no, because it is a array list. Here, if you are trying to access list with the indexing 0 dot get name, will it work? List is a index based or not? This list is a index based data structure or not? Yes. So let's say what I'm doing is, if teacher is available, then we are printing the list with the indexing 0 like this, and it is throwing error here. The type of expression must be an array, but it is resolved to a list. It is telling that whatever values you are writing, it should be related to a array, but it is becoming a list. Yes, how array list is a index based data structure. If you want to access one separate object, if this is a complete list, I want to access the only first, so I can say simple that list dot get zero means whatever object is available on zero indexing, we'll get that. And then we can get the name of this teacher like this. Same thing you are sending in the model. So model dot add attribute, name of the variable is teacher hyphen name, and the value is, just now we have calculated that list dot get zero means teacher available at first indexing dot get name. This is the value that you are sending. But how we are going to accept that value inside this welcome teacher? Right now I am just printing welcome teacher and teacher value is hard coded. This teacher's value is hard coded. So it becomes timely fair that you can do like this. This is called the variable expression of time leaf. This is the variable expression of the time leaf that you can provide the details in this way. So you can write th dot text like this you can write. But as of now, you don't know about it. So we'll see that. Now let's say here I'm writing something. This welcome we have hard coded. Welcome colon like this we have hard coded. In the second heading, I am not writing anything, or you can say welcome as something like that. Inside the H1, we will call th colon text equals to, or let's say this time leaf I will show you later only. I'm not giving any confusion. As of now, we are just showing welcome teacher. No confusion, right? No model attribute. This we will do later. Otherwise, you will get confusion here. We'll take a separate session for time leaf. No worries. Now we are able to log in as a teacher. Now, what are the duties of a teacher? Teacher can only add the marks, right? Teacher can only add the marks of a student, right? The same thing we are going to do now here. So at first, we will give a button to the teacher that upload marks of student, or not button, this we can provide as a heading that upload marks of student like this. Create a container here. Inside this container I will create a form. Teacher can only let's say what are the details that are being occupied by a student. A student has roll number. When teacher is checking the notebooks or exam copies, teacher has access to your roll number only. So a teacher will type the roll number first to search the student. Teacher will type the roll number of student to search the student. So we'll go back here, and inside form I will provide a label. Label is students roll number. it will have its corresponding input box, type as text, name as roll number. Simple. And here we are having one button as well as find student or find student. And what we will do here, we will say type as submit like this. This is a form that will be visible to the teacher. By default, we are doing these things. There is no design. Let's restart the application. Now we are getting this message that upload marks of student, student's roll number, find student. We are getting like this. Now here, let's check if we have any student in the database. No student. So we'll just add one student as first. Roll number. We'll just use these details only. Now we have one student. Now what I want that if I'm typing that particular roll number here, that is NIT01, I should get that student's data to fill the marks. I should if I'm writing this NIT01 find student, I should get that particular student here. So what we are going to do, we are going to first check this student. So this form will have a action, and action is find student. Method is going to be post. Method is going to be post. That's it. Very simple thing. Now we will create one controller for it, and that is going to be our admin based student controller. Admin based student controller. Sorry, teacher based student controller. This class will become a controller as it is going to accept the request, and here we will create one public string find student method. We'll write at the rate of post mapping of slash whatever form is sending find student. I'll copy it and paste here find student. Here we will return something find student. Roll number will be coming as a parameter. Now you should accept the same thing as a parameter. So here we will write at the rate of request param, and here roll number is coming. Here student repository object I will need, so I will auto wire that. That is private student repo sr. Here I will say sr dot find by id. Find by id means whatever the primary key is. Find by id roll number, as roll number is the primary key. So here we are finding by the same. What it will return? What is the return type of this find by id method? The entity with the given id or optional if none found. Means it is going to return you the exact student only. Entity means student. So if I'm saying here that student s equals to sr dot find by id, and here you can, okay, optional student. Wait, we'll create a separate method here for us. So in the student repo, I will create a method based on the entity, and entity is having this roll number. So in the student repo, we will create that find by, and whenever we are creating find by roll number. So here we have created one find by roll number method, which will accept one roll number as a field, and it will return a list of student. Okay, list of student find by roll number. Now teacher based admin controller is accepting a list of student list equals to student repository dot find by roll number, and here we will get one student in the list. In the welcome teacher, there is one more form available. There is one more form available. Now in this form, there will be 5 input boxes. There is first input box whose value you cannot add, means teacher cannot change. It will be disabled. There will be one input box whose value will be disabled. There will be second input box whose value will be disabled. Teacher can't edit any value. Then there will be one more input box with a placeholder value that add Java marks. Add Java marks with type as text. Like this, input placeholder add Java marks type as text. Same way, we will have one more, two more input boxes. Subject we have written as React, Java, and Oracle. Java, React, and Oracle. So this is a form which will be available for a teacher, but by default it will be a hidden. It will only come whenever you are searching the student. Error. Student repo. Okay, wait. Wait, there is some error here in this particular section. Okay. There was just a naming convention mismatch. So now we are getting the app very fine. Now we'll log in as a teacher. And this second form we are getting automatically. You should not get this form. Now, if you check carefully, here I have disabled the first two input boxes. Here I have disabled the first two input boxes. And why I have disabled? Because whenever you are searching a student, let's say here I will type one value that is NIT01 and I will hit the find student button. Then automatically the roll number and the name of student will come inside this form. Then you can add the Java marks, React marks, and Oracle marks, and at last hit the submit button. Marks updated successfully. Like this. In this particular section, what we are doing, this form should be hidden at first. It should not be available directly. So we can just write a simple thing. This is a div, give a student marks, and I will write a style to it. ID as student marks copy, and we will write one style for it. Display none. Now we have hidden this thing. Display none, like this. Now we will not get that particular form directly. Now before heading towards the project, now you should be having the knowledge of Thymeleaf first. That how Thymeleaf actually works, right? How Thymeleaf actually works. If you check, we are not getting that form now. So here if I will write that NID01, then I should get that form to edit the marks and submit. But you know that you will type one roll number here, that is NIT01. Then you will hit the find student button. Request will go to controller here, this one. find student, it will find the student in the list, then it will do something. From controller you have to send two things of the student: id, roll number and name. Till now we have seen that by writing at the rate of request param, we can accept the values from our front end to back end. But right till now we have not seen that how can we send the values from our back end to front end, right? So here model, model dot add attribute, model and view. So like those things we have not seen till now. That comes under the time leaf. Now we can only move forward in our project when we know time leaf. And time leaf comes with lot of things. Time leaves comes as variable expression, how you will write variables. Time leaves comes with conditional expression, how you will write if else in HTML page. Variable expression means you are writing the values inside front end, values are going to, you are writing the values in back end and you are accessing the values in front end. Conditional means how you will write if else. Second, how you will iterating expression, how you will this. So these are the three symbol expressions are there, but these three are main: variable, conditional, and means in your HTML page. And that we have seen in the welcome teacher. Here, this teacher value we are hard coding, but we should write the teacher welcome, whatever the teacher's name is. So all these things are possible with the help of TimeLeaf only. And what is TimeLeaf? It is a server-side template JavaScript engine which is used for creating dynamic files without using JSP. That will convert your HTML, and this is, you can search over it. Timeleaf.org is their official website, but it is like very, I'll say confusing reading the documentation of this. If you want, you can read. Otherwise, I will tell tomorrow. So like this, you will be having model attributes and all. Okay. Now, timely we are going to discuss tomorrow, not today. In this project, whatever the work that we can do without using timely, we have done now. Now, whatever work is left, that we will do by using timely. Okay. So you can complete this project till now. There is an email ID support@nareshit.com. You can drop a mail to that email ID requesting the recording session for this 2-3 days. I think they'll provide you. You can drop a mail to this email ID. Okay. So first you complete this part. Timely will start tomorrow. First we will see Timely for a normal project. Then we will embed all entire Timely in our this project. Okay. Got it? Fine guys, we'll connect again tomorrow. Have a nice time everyone. Bye bye. Take care.